Aloha and welcome back to Quantum Wave of Living. Yesterday we talked about how we have, according to the quantum way of looking at life, we have a particle self, which is our body, brain, personality, symbolized by our heart, because our body has a heart. But we also have this mysterious quantum wave nature, which we haven't heard about much. It's really cutting edge news in the quantum world business. And it's as big as the universe. It's really big. And it's pulsating every moment. Now, what I needed to know to help me to change my life was Angela wanted to know and live her quantum wave self and be the wavicle of her, the complete whole her. Then, because the quantum wave manifests the particles, the body, then I can transform the body according to my desires of my pattern of this quantum wave. And that's what we're going to focus on today. How are we going to get to the pattern of this quantum wave that's as big as the universe? Well, if you take a wave, if you cut that big picture of the spheres that are pulsating, standing wave, staying in one moment, one place, if you cut that across the middle, you'll see what we normally think of as a wave, a sine wave. And in the middle, where the particle is, the amplitude is just a little bigger. That's it. Now, if you cut the wave, as you see in the slide, if you cut the wave from peak to peak, you see a pattern. And then if you cut it from the next peak to the next peak, you see the same pattern. And that was the gift of Schrodinger's equation, a brilliant man who wrote an equation to describe the quantum wave. And it described that pattern that repeats itself over and over and over again throughout the universe, throughout our life, since we're always that quantum wave. So it's the pattern. And what's the pattern made up of in Schrodinger's equation? It's made up of information. Now that's a word I can sink my teeth into, and my brain into, and my mind into. Pattern of information. But the word information, when applying as below, so above, saying that we're made up of information, I know better as a PhD in chemistry. You can't call us things. We're not things. That's what we're getting away from, the particle things idea. We are really made up of what? Motion. That's all. That's what this pulsation is about, motion. Now, I realized that if I took the word information, change the A to an O, I get a new quantum word, which I have begun to get a dictionary, a quantum word dictionary. And the word is informotion. Motion in form. So what is informotion then? This pattern of information of our quantum wave will be the reason for the motion. The reason for the motion of our way, of our wave. And that's what we want. So that's what we're going to begin talking about. Next question was, what kind of information did we want? That's when I got an email from a very famous man that I love dearly, a famous leader named Gandhi from India. His quote was, "Keep your belief positive, because your belief becomes your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny of you." And you, of course, is the first letter, as my teacher Roger saw, of the word universe, which we spell U-Y-O, universe. So now we've got it. I said, thank you, Gandhi. We've got words that really sum up the information of us that we want to focus on. So I took all those words scrambled them up a little bit, kept starting with beliefs. And I added, because I was, whatever, a woman, a person with emotion and with attitudes, and I know Gandhi wouldn't mind, I added emotions and I added attitudes. Roger agreed, Roger Cutting, my teacher in Hawaii. And I got a word, an acronym. If I took the first letter of all the words, my acronym was, as you see in the slide, Bathwave. Beliefs, actions, thoughts, habits, words, attitudes, values, and emotions. And that was my first clue to how maybe I could transform the old informotion that might not be me to the real informotion, which we're going to learn to read, that one statement that describes the pattern of you. And that's what we're going for. But until then, we want to understand the informotion and information, at least I needed to with liver cancer diagnosis. What was the information that maybe wasn't wanting to be me in that moment? So the bathwave was the clue, and from the picture, you can see that the clue was, how was it that I feel after a bath, after swimming in the ocean, after a pool swim, after taking a shower, any water experience? I felt great, but it didn't last. It would last for a while, and then I'd have to do it again. So that was a big hint there. Water, by its nature, flows in places men reject, and so is like something very unconditional. And that is the experience of water. And we're made up of what? 85% approximately of water. So, and now people have already gotten Nobel Prizes for showing that water carries what? Information. Information. So therefore, I realized I could create something like a bath that would relieve or relax the patterns of the information of me. Maybe that wasn't me. So that's the first part of a technique that I invented, co-created. And this pattern, again, is like a bath. And I use all 5 senses: touch, speech, hearing, seeing. The tasting and the smelling are still happening. But basically, those are the ones that I use to help melt for a moment the pattern in the cup we saw in the last video, the cup of the poison, or the patterns we don't really want to hold on to. We can melt them with doing a quick bath. And it's very simple. It can go as fast as you can do it, and you use all your 5 senses. I'll show you in a minute, but I have to tell you part 2 of the technique, called, of course, the bathwave. Part 2 is the story of the cup, where my teacher said you have to pour into the cup your true desires. So that's part 2. Pouring into our core, our true desires. Pouring into our central nervous system, 7 chakras if you wish, our microcosmic brain governor conception vessel meridians of the Chinese electrical system of our bodies, meridian system, putting into that core of us what we really desire. So let's just look at what that technique looks at today. Next video we'll begin to use it in our 8 basic patterns that we want to replace in the beginning. So here we go, the bathwave, part 1. Let's pick something that we can all relate to. Worry, how about that? Does everyone listening today worry? I get a yes on that using my muscle testing, which I will also teach you later, if you can do it. You don't have to, but it's fun to use. Okay, here we go. So use your hands, sit in a chair. If you have a back, that helps. Put your hands as far back as you can on your body and just begin touching quickly your whole body from the top all the way down to your toes, and then I'll show you back up again. So here we go. speaking out loud. I face and I embrace that I have been worrying in my life, and I would love down to the toes, up to the sides, the underarms, then cross over. And I would like to replace that. Grab your neck gently, down your shoulders, down your arms. Let your arms touch your body so that your arms get touched. And gently touch both sides of your hands, both backs of your hands. Am I still worrying? My muscle test said no. I was, because I always get worried that I'm going to do this in the right amount of time. But there you go. I've stopped worrying about it, and I'm ready to do part 2. Part 2 has to reprogram your core of what you really want. What do I really want to do? I really want to relax, trust myself, and realize the universe is beautiful. So here we go. Follow me. Follow my words. We have to reprogram the brain when we do this the first time. So we say, I can, I will, and I am. Relaxing, trusting myself, realizing the world is beautiful. Here we go. I can, we're using one hand down your midline. I can, I will, and I am. Trusting myself and relaxing as I realize the world is beautiful. And then I wiggle a little bit. Why? Because you want your back and your bottom to register this. We're going to do it one more time with our eyes closed. I can, I will, and I am. Relaxing, trusting myself, and realizing that the world is beautiful. The universe is beautiful. Am I relaxing, trusting myself, and realizing the world is beautiful? Yes. And so it went in. Now we have done a complete bath wave, and we are now going to end with our haiku for high Q, Heart Intelligence Quotient. And here it goes. When you dare to bare your heart naked, you turn your scared into sacred. And that's all for now. Thank you for coming. Sawadee ka. Tune in.